Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Liberty's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Second down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Flames want to move quickly. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Coming after him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch called for and made. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field. It's our first look at them in this one. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. Team leaders, these guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Going to the running game. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Need. Feeling some heat. And that pass is intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49. First down here for the offense. Now on the counter. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle. At the 20, he's got justice missing tackles. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Flames have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit.
And it's picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Going to try to get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Still running at the 40. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Need. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house. But
and it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Flames racing to the line in the hurry-up. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Now on 1st down from the 30.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll run the option. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Dalton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Fights off a defender. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the move at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And I know in talking to their offensive coordinator this week, he talked about getting this guy lathered up and going. They know that once he's got some momentum, he's really hard to stop. One of the top 10 rushers right now in the entire country, and they're trying to get him going early in this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Liberty 21, Marshall.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. And that is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Flames come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Flames. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Liberty 28, Marshall 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty darn quickly.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down.
On third down.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost.